Understanding the home report when you're buying a property in Scotland can give you the useful insight into the condition of the property before you buy it. Most properties in Scotland will come with a home report. Some of these properties, if you're buying, for example, a new build, or if you're buying privately, there may not be. But the majority of properties that you're buying, especially if it's on the open market, will come with a home report. That home report is split into three main categories. The first category that you've got is the single survey. This is a visual inspection carried out by a surveyor, and it gives you an overview of the property's condition. Then you've got the energy report, or the EPC, giving you an estimate as to the running costs of the property. And then you've got the property questionnaire, which is filled out by the current owners, giving you an idea as to the condition and what they feel the property is. In this episode, I'm going to go over this briefly and give you a little bit of an insight into each section and why it's important to read it and have an understanding of it. And the first section that we're going to talk about is the single survey and valuation. Now, as I mentioned, this is a visual inspection carried out by a surveyor. It will give you an overview of the property's condition, accessibility, and valuation, and it will also give you an idea as to any of the repairs that you need to carry out when when you buy this property. Now, the property will come in different each section of the property will be split into categories, whether it's a category 1, category 2, category 3, and that will determine what the repairs are likely to be when you buy. Now, the ideal situation is that everything in the home report is a category 1. Now, that doesn't always happen. Category 1 means that there's no urgent repairs needed when you buy that home. If there's any in the category 2 section, this is an indication that there may be future requirements needed, and that you may need to keep an eye on this. And it's recommended that you get estimations as to the cost involved in getting these things fixed before committing to buy. And the third one, category 3, this gives you an indication that there's urgent repairs or replacements needed when you buy the property. The single survey is also there to provide you with the terms and conditions that you must read through, and you must agree to the listings and the categories before you actually move forward and buy the house. It's really, really important that if you are looking to buy and you're putting your offers in, that you've read through the home report and that you're comfortable with it before moving forward. The next thing that you need to be understand is the energy report. Now, the energy report gives you a rough estimate as to the running costs. This includes things like heating, lighting, water. It also gives you an overview and rates environmental impact and carbon dioxide emissions in the property as well. Plus, it also gives you a future potential rating and the costs involved to getting that done. Nowadays, there's a lot of lenders out there that are offering exclusive deals and exclusive products for properties that are highly energy efficient. So, if you are buying a property that's A or B rated, you may be able to get yourself a lower interest rate with a lender, or sometimes maybe a little bit of cashback with a lender. The third and final thing that I'm going to talk to you about is the property questionnaire. Now, the property questionnaire is filled out by the existing owners, and this gives you an idea as to things such as the council tax banding, any historic issues like flooding, or if there's asbestos in the property. The current owners will be filling that out for you. They'll also give you an idea as to any alterations that's maybe took place in the property. So if there's been a loft conversion, if there's planning permission granted, any specialist works and that kind of thing that's been done in the property, that will all be covered in the property questionnaire. When you're looking through the home report, there's a few key things that you should be looking out for. Now, something that you should know is if you're using a mortgage broker, it's maybe a good idea to send it, or it is a good idea to send it over to them and ask them to review it. They see lots of home reports all the time, and they can give you an idea and the insight, and they can look through it very quickly for you. But some of the key things that you should be looking out for on it is the property valuation, checking to see how much the property is actually worth. before putting your bid in. The energy efficiency rating of the property, that will give you an idea as to the running costs of it. Council tax, so what banding you're in and how much that's going to cost. And then look at the general condition of the property, check for things like asbestos, dampness, dry rot. Check if it's a listed building, check if it's in a floodplain, check if there's building warranties in place for any of the work that's been carried out. There's a number of things that you should be looking out for when you're reviewing the home report. As I say, if you're using a mortgage broker, send it over to them. They're reading through lots of these all the time, and they can give you their insight into the property. Hope you found this useful. And if you do want to subscribe to any more, just hit the little button and yeah, stay tuned. Cheers.